Booyah. How's it going, peeps? You'll notice something different. Usually by this time, the whole house out here is decorated for Halloween. But it's not this year. Um, well, my stepdad's been working a lot. Kind of hurt his knee. And he just hasn't felt like decorating the porch. Usually it's his favorite time of the year. So I don't know if he is actually evidently at some point going to decorate the porch and the yard, but at this point, nothing. Still got to get somebody over there. Well, there's no chair there anymore. Never mind. Well, wait and see how long it takes for us to get some peeps in here. Had one person show up a little bit earlier. Oh, I'm out here either way. It's always fun. I understand people have things to do, you know? Not expecting everybody to just rush on in here. And I have been doing the skateboarding thing, so, you know. I'm just going to go down a little more. There we go. Yeah, hello. It's going fine. Glad to see somebody comment. So how are you? I don't know, my channel is kind of in a flux right now, so kind of switching it up on my channel. But Mondays, they're about anything. Yeah, I was just telling everybody that no decorations for Halloween yet. It's been I don't know. My stepdad's kind of a hurt knee, and he hasn't been into decorating. He uses things all decked out. It's like one of his favorite holidays to decorate for, but as of yet, nothing. He's usually got it up by the first of the month. But so where are you located at? Moose Gal's Corner? Is that what it is? Moose with a capital O. I'm just well, I'm on here because I always do panel Mondays. Been doing it for years. But I've been working on the computer and doing stuff all day. I started actually a new Instagram page. Actually dedicated an Instagram page to skateboarding. I've already got the bass fishing one. I got the bass fishing channel. So I figured I might as well at least have one social media site set up to skateboarding. Since it's kind of what I'm doing with a lot of my stuff now, getting rid of all my old 30-year-old skate footage I have. So that's what's been going on with me. Let me put this in here just in case. Yeah, so that's kind of been my life so far. And it rained the other night. We got our first rain in California, at least here. Was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night. I, I'm old. I forget day after day. But yeah, it rained kind of all night. Not enough to do anything to our completely drained lakes, but it's a sign to actually get a storm in October. I don't think we got a storm at all last October. But yeah, we'll see what this year brings for us if we actually get some wetness. Oh, and kind of I kind of fished with Tito the other day. He was fishing Pinot, and I was his moral support on the phone with him. He had his phone on his chest so we could talk. And he actually caught 5 bass. And one that was about a 3-pounder. So I was pretty impressed. I didn't feel like going out there. It was hot too. It was like 85 here, which it never is. But yeah, I figured, he wanted me to go with him. I felt bad. So I called him and talked to him for about 2 hours. Yeah, almost 2 hours while he was fishing. He was using a weightless green pumpkin Bass Pro Shop Sticko 4-inch. And he caught like 3 keepers and a couple little ones. So I don't know. I might go there tomorrow. I feel good. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, I figured everybody would at least catch on to the song. Or once you saw that. Yeah. I figured when people saw I Feel Good, that song would suddenly go into their head. Dun dun dun. I feel good. Um, yeah, he went out there. He doesn't catch much at Pinot, so it was pretty good for him. He actually caught a 3 right on that point, the point I usually fish when I go live, but he was around the corner behind the reeds on the cement, casting towards where I catch him a lot out there towards that one buoy that's out there. So I don't know. I might go tomorrow. It's like nowadays I have to feel. I know that's why I put it. That's just what popped into my head when I was writing. I was like, I feel good, and then the song started in my head. Yeah, I think that's the most fish he's caught in one day at that's most fish he's caught in a day, Usually gets like 1 or so, but he actually did good, and I was giving him moral support. I almost popped up and went live in the panel and had him come on the panel so you guys, I can just sit here, but we can watch him fish. I might start doing that sometimes. Just, I'm not fishing, but I have somebody that's fishing, so let's watch them. Let's help them out. And I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were on here when I was saying it, but I started a typical fall. Warm days, cold nights. That's what's doing here. It's down to like 52 or 3 here now. Yeah, I started a new Instagram channel. CCB Old School Skateboarding. I just figured I don't know. I'm on the collective, but that's only Facebook and local. And I have so much skate stuff, and people like seeing all the old stuff I have. And I think I have 19 followers now. That's not bad. 19 followers in like, it's only been 2 days. And I already have like 44 pictures up. In a few days, I'll probably have more pictures up than I have on my Santa Coast Bass Instagram. I have so many pictures and so many old wheels and all stuff that people like to see, and I put up like 12 today. I think the first day I put up like 10, and I put up another 12, and then today I put up another 12. I figured, as an old man fishing, it's like, eh, it's an old man. YouTube channels are all young kids and young people. But for some reason on skateboarding, they like us old people. They're like, wow, you're so cool. You skated with those guys. You were there when it started. I love you. Tito was yeah. Then I go to, fishing channels and people go, why aren't you using Guggen baits? Have you tried the new Guggen rods? Have you tried this new bait? No, it's not the way I fish. I'm old school. And skateboarding, they go like, do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have this? Do you have any footage of this guy? Do you have footage of this guy? I was just telling them about our day of fishing, Tito. Were you fishing and me fishing vicariously through you? I know. Exactly. I fish when I fish because he catches fish. I don't need to think trying all this new stuff is going to catch me more or bigger fish. Because I've done it long enough that I know it doesn't really matter. If you know what you're doing with what you use, you catch fish. Just here, watch. On here. Yeah, I was telling him how I kept you company while you fished the other day. I said, did anybody even notice? I didn't even go live fishing last week. I was gonna, I was there, but there were a lot of people at the skate park and some of my old friends. So I just ended up spending the whole time talking to them, and then I went. Plus, it was cold. It's kind of windy. It got cold, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna go. Plus, the connection down there for some reason now is so crappy. Not crappie, but crappy. One could have caught more. Just was people walking. Really, you caught two more, so you caught like 7. Nice. All in that same spot. Kind of makes me want to go tomorrow. Kind of makes me want to go fish that spot. We'll see. Were you surprised by the You surprised by the rain yesterday, Tito? It surprised me. I was like, I didn't even know. I walked outside and went, oh my God, it's raining. Well, more people started coming. Yeah, they all show up there in the evening. Well, and another reason I'm like kind of down on the like fishing channels and that. I saw Run Rod put up a Squid Game titled fishing thing, like Squid Game with a bunch of people and who's gonna win. I'm like, oh my God, really? that's that's what bass fishing's become on YouTube. Doing title of a Squid Game day of fishing. I'm like, oh my God. Really? First they're now fly fishing for bass. Now we got Squid Game themed videos going on. I mean, come on. It's supposed to be about fishing, not like, yeah, one rod put one up. It's like Squid Game. You also did remember the when the Pokemon thing was big, when the game came out and you captured. Remember, he did a video based on he was Pokemon fishing. It's just like, uh, why why did I try to do fishing bass fishing channels for so long? this, this is what it's become. Got to go for what's popular. Got to catch the biggest trends. Yeah, it was crazy. I saw that and I went, oh my God, that's like hilarious. That's like one of the stupidest things I've seen. Yeah, that's all it's about. That's kind of what I got tired too. It's like if you just put like an honest title and a pretty good thumbnail, no, you had to make it sort of clickbaity. You had to make it be all fancy and weird and have all the keywords that everybody's using and have the arrows. And I'm just like, that's why I kind of hated it towards the end. So I was kind of like, wow, what am I going to title this? what? I have to think up a catchy title. I can't just say catching a lot of good bass. It's right there. It's skill. Remember we had this conversation, Tito. It's skill. You don't get lucky when you're fishing. It's skill. There's no luck involved when you're a good fisherman. It's skill. Kids these days. So she's gonna be a year old, huh? That's pretty cool. Who's this guy? Looks like Welcome Back Cotter.
Yeah,
No, it's not Welcome Back Cotter. you just need just the mustache, man. Get rid of the rest of it. Just have the mustache, the hair.
yeah. This is going gone tomorrow. I got an appointment tomorrow for it to
Oh,
be cut off.
oh well. That's like I looked at it. Tag PewDiePie. That's what I do. Yeah. Tag PewDiePie. There you go.
Say hello.
Oh, she's like, oh, it's this guy again.
Say hello.
Hello.
Say hello.
Hello.
She got that for her birthday today.
Oh, nice.
Ouch.
Like, it's this it's this voice I've heard since before I was born. I've known this voice since before I was breathing air.
That's a good one.
And I very rarely see him other than on this weird object.
That's yeah. That spot was on fire, Scott. Just how did I say? It just took a little time to get a couple bites and hooked up. I was probably there like another, like I told you, probably another 40. I was there probably another hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Noah's going to be an uncle. He's going to be an uncle next month.
Nice.
Hopefully not on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving? Well, you don't get presents on Thanksgiving. You get a lot of good food. So that'd be a good day to have a birthday.
Paradise.
You know, you
Paradise is
yeah,
oldest one. It's on the 28th, so it lands sometimes on Thanksgiving.
yeah. Oh, that's right, because it switches. But still, I mean,
Yeah.
you know you're getting a good meal. And you get presents.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Comes in handy.
It's like a king's birthday. It's like, this is not for Thanksgiving. This is all for me.
Makes me want to go.
People come from miles away just
Yeah.
to celebrate my birthday.
Makes me want to go hit it up in the morning at Pinto. Just like a couple hours or so before everybody wakes up. Because Paradise got the day off and I got to grill up later and stuff.
Makes me want to go skate tomorrow. I've been watching videos of
Oh really? Nice.
of all these of a lot of like 50-year-olds skating, and I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, oh yeah, I can't, I don't know. I can't use that excuse anymore because these guys are like, haven't been skating the whole time and they're coming back and doing it at my age. I'm like, I don't know.
Just got to warm up. Get the warm up, Scott. That's probably what you need.
Get the warm up? What?
You going again. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I need just a normal straight. There's a guy around here that has a really cool mini ramp that's just normal and really small.
Yeah. I get you. Yep. Heck yeah.
Yeah, like that little spot at the park where I was dropping in and doing grinds and stuff. Like the whole ramp is just that little size. So to get on something that small and that consistent, I could probably start getting on my, because the park's all like tight and weird and
Yeah.
something little and mellow. He said I could come over anytime. So
Give him a holler one of these days and try it out.
yeah.
If you still got the touch.
Oh, I was doing good. I was doing good at the skate park.
I mean, not that you still got it, but you still do some stuff that you haven't tried yet since.
Yeah. It's all in my head. My body wants to do it. My body's got the memory muscle and everything. It's just.
Yeah, I feel not the same way, but there's times that when I get on the skateboard, I'm like, damn. Because I used to want to just practice, and then eventually I'll end up landing a fucking varial flip or a flip or something simple. But
Yeah,
but then I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it. My body's like.
Well, I was at the park the one day. And there's a younger kid there, like 20 or something, but he's really good in that. And I'm like skating around going, yeah, I want to just drop in over there on the big side. He goes, dude, you have such good board control. You can do it. I know. I know, but it's all mental. And I don't have pads in the helmet. I don't have pads in the helmet. That makes me feel uncomfortable.
True.
At
Very
least,
true.
at least knee pads. At least knee pads now.
Yeah. I got some knee
I'm good at
pads,
going.
brand new ones, but they're not skating knee pads, but they're knee pads.
Yeah, I'll go to Kelly on the beach and have him like hook me up. I'm like, come on, man. I used to skate for you. I helped you open your shop. Come on,
Little
sponsor me on
discount
the
on.
seniors team.
That's a good one.
You were riding bikes at the time? No, I was really when I first came here in '09. I should have fixed that board and kept skating because I was doing disasters and fitty fakies, and it all came right back. then then I kind of didn't do it for another. Well, I skated at the store a lot in that, but I didn't get back on the transition for another like 8 years after that. So like
Wow.
3 years ago, 42 when I came back, I was good, but then it took like another 8 years before I started doing those fishing skates and those other things.
I'm gonna let you go, Scott. I just wanted to give you a little update with the baby. Maybe
All right.
yeah, I gotta get ready for work and walk my dog before I head out. But yeah, tomorrow's a big day for her.
Well, thanks
1 years
thanks
old.
for coming in, Mr. Cotta.
Not bad. I mean, no
Ooh,
problem.
ooh, 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 ooh. Sorry, I was trying to be Horseshack.
All right, then.
All
I'm heading
right,
later.
later. Knee pads and helmet is necessary for me. Also, I'm only 28. Yeah, I did it. Well, vert ramps always. Yeah, vert and mini. I always had. I didn't have helmet on, but I always had knee pads. If I slammed my elbow or something, sometimes I would have like elbow pad on that. In some of my videos, the old ones you can see, I'll have one elbow pad, and it's probably because I slammed on that elbow. So I wore a pad on it for a while. But vert, you always had to have knee pads. Yeah, and mini ramp too. I always had them. Not always a helmet, unless it was required. Like here, there's a park. Well, I should show it you guys sometimes. There's actually a skate park like 5 minutes from my house. Marina Skate Park is just down the street. But you're required to wear at least knee pads and a helmet. And I had them when I first moved here. I bought them, and then I don't know. They were in the garage, and then my mom got all weird about the garage being too crowded and that. And she said, "Do you even need this stuff? Are you ever gonna skate again?" And I went, "No, let's just get rid of it." So, oops, oops. And I thought I had some in my storage unit, but I had a couple of helmets, so they're all the padding is chewed up by mice, and they made a nest inside it. But I didn't find any pads in there. I'm sure I can get some. My friend Dale wants me hook me up with new wheels and a new board. Not anymore. Well, the one at Monterey, you're supposed to, but nobody cares. The one at Marina, there's people right there because it's like part of the school and a park. So, hey, Johnny, what is up? So yeah, there's always people there, and if you skate around without them, they come yell at you. So it's required there. Yeah, my friend Dale, because he rode my board, he goes, dude, I don't mind the board, but the wheels are kind of slow. The bearings are crap. Trucks are actually a little in from the edge, and he has tons of old skate stuff. So if I wouldn't have lost my original board from '91 when I left it there when I went live, and nobody picked it up and I forgot I didn't put it in my car and left it there, I'd still be good. But I like the new board. It's pretty much exactly like my old board. They haven't changed much in like 30 years, really. Oh yeah, especially me at my age, man. If I slam my head like really hard on that cement, it'd be over. It'd definitely be c'est la vie. Oh, my age, even with a helmet, if I hit hard enough. Yeah, cement. Wood's a lot softer than cement. I will attest to that. People think, wood's pretty hard, but when you slam on a wood ramp compared to slamming on actual cement, it's a lot denser. I did some filming too the other day. I actually took out my high 8 camera and I did some skate footage with my high 8 camera. It's kind of my new thing. I want to do new old school skateboarding and do videos filming actually on tape with the old high 8. Not using a filter to make it look like it, but actually shoot. Wait, is that why? Did it have police tape? I don't know. I haven't been there. Oh yeah, there's police tape at El Stero. Was it at the skate park? I don't. I think if somebody fell and hurt themselves, I don't think they'd have police tape up. Must have been some sort of other thing. I mean, was it at the park or was it just at? I thought someone died. Oh, if somebody hit hard enough and they died, sure. If you're younger, usually you don't. I've hit my head. No, I've never hit my head without a helmet on. I hit my head really hard and knocked the wind out of me at the shallow end of the skate park in the 80s. I've told the story before, but I was trying a new trick. Tried it like 5 times, no, like 10 times. Then I decided to put my helmet on. And the next time I did it, I came down, my one foot was on the board, and it was only a 3-foot little wall. And I slammed so hard and I saw lights. I probably had a concussion, but back then, concussions, meh. And I just couldn't breathe. It knocked the wind out of me. I was just like, but if I'd have done that without a helmet on, that would have been, I'd have been over. Hey, fish. Oh, hey, fish. Police tape it. I could list so many reasons. Yeah, probably. All kinds of shady things go on there. Is that? Have you guys been there lately? Does that old lady still have her tent? Fishing with meth. Oh well, Tito caught 7 at Pinto yesterday. Not yesterday. Saturday. I was on the phone with him. He caught 7. Does she still have the tent? She's been there since Yeah, but she used to be on the bench. Now, like, does she still have that tent set up? They're still letting her live in a tent. Yeah, I might go there. I might go live there tomorrow. I don't know. It takes a lot to get me to want to go fish now. Yeah, I saw they gave her that tent. It's all set up like right there at the end underneath the trees. I'm like, how the hell how the hell did she get to live there in a tent? It's like public property. You can't set up a tent and live there. Yes, she hasn't moved. But I don't know how they how she's able to live there in a tent. How do you get that sort of privilege? I don't get it. Like, yeah, you see her when I walk by her all the time in my videos. Now she has a tent. I think did I had a tent in one of my last videos, didn't I? She rents that spot. Yeah, you can rent public property for putting up a tent. I don't know. I mean, it's cool they gave her a tent, but I don't think it's fair with to it's kind of like what everybody else is going to start setting up tents around El Estero. She leases the bridge. It's a little known El Estero law that she's got the loophole on. I know. I mean, what's next? People are going to go out to the island in the middle and start like putting stuff up. Have their own like village out in the island. Well, they let that lady camp out here. Yeah, I mean, I said it in that one video. Whenever I talked to her, it's kind of sad. Nice. I've never fished hunter like it. Never been down there. I've been invited to go there a lot, and I used to live a lot closer when I lived in Slow, but I never went there. Never did fish hunter like it. Isn't there only like a few ponds down there? I know there's ponds, there's creeks, people catch trout down there and stuff, but my neighbor across the street, he hunts down there all the time. He gets boar and elk and everything down there. Yeah, I've never been there. You just catch them on a 4-inch green pumpkin sticko, weightless. He caught 5 while I was on the phone with him, and then he just came in here and said he caught 2 more after that. And one was about 3 pounds. I don't know. I mean, when I was there, like 2 little ones and 3 keepers, one up to 3 pounds. You have to get clearance online to the website by permit. Oh, there's 10 different ponds and reservoirs on there? Huh. Nah, too complicated. Plus, I don't even really fish anymore. I think I'm going to be on. I have spent times where I didn't even fish for like 4 years at a time. So I had other stuff that occupied my time. I used to go for like a couple of years, like daily and all day long, and then I don't know. I catch too many fish, I get tired of it, and I go for like 3 or 4 years without even fishing. Yeah, I know. He got an elk tag. He waited 4 years because they're by lottery or something. He waited 4 years to get an elk tag, or 8 years, or something like that. Finally got one. Went down there and got himself an elk. And he gave up about a 400-pound boar. He was talking to people and said, people said when they went down there, if they shot a boar, they never got an elk. So he was looking at it, he had in the sights, and went, "No, I've waited 8 years to get an elk tag. I'm not going to shoot a boar. I can shoot those anytime." But those boar are so good. Oh my god. He gave me some boar. Oh, I know. Yeah, they only give out so many elk tags a year. We have to get on a waiting list. And so I think it took him. That is wild. Yeah, it took him like 8 years, I think. They don't give out very many for elk. Yeah. I mean, to wait 8 years on a waiting list just to get a tag so you go hunt 1 year. And he's probably on the waiting list again, but who knows how long it's going to take this time. I don't know. You can probably look it up. It's a small number they give out. They're very controlling of their elk population in California, so can't have everybody hunting for them. Deer, yeah, you can shoot all the deer you want. Of course, I don't know, it's like 2 a year or something. But elk, different story. Yeah, I know, exactly. You waited almost your whole lifetime just to be able to go to Hunter Liggett and kill an elk. But he got one. I saw it. He brought it back here. It was big. It was like over 200 pounds or something. It was a damn big elk. Oh, and I started a. They're even here. They're everywhere. I mean, I've seen deer here in my town. When we lived in Pebble Beach. We had like 30 of them that always came through our yard, and they're always on the golf course. Elk are a different breed, though. Yeah, no, I started a new Instagram page. You go to? I said I don't know. I might go to Pinot. I didn't go live last week. I was there, but some some old school skaters I know showed up, and I just ended up talking to them all day. And then I went, nah. Plus, it was Elstero and it was cold. Like, I was just gonna go for the hitch if I did anything, but I might go. I just don't even know. I think I do have some green pumpkin flick sticks left. I don't know how to flick them jig heads. I don't think I have any drop shot hooks. I could use my finesse jig. So I don't know. I said it's kind of hard, Johnny, because I never got respect for fishing. I'm like older and don't keep up with the times. But suddenly with skateboarding, everybody loves me because I was there then and I skated with all those original people and I have footage of people that it's like polar opposites. Well, I mean, I get respect, but it never did anything for me. Like No, it just, I always fish the same thing, and I always just tell people. I mean, I catch fish in that, but I mean online wise. I'm saying YouTube wise. Um, I didn't get there with fishing, but skating is already picking up. YouTube actually told me, whatever you're doing with your new videos, keep doing it because they're reaching a broader audience. They told me, YouTube actually told me my new videos, which are all the skate ones, are doing better than what I've been doing on my channel. So I was just kind of like, really? 15 years of doing that and a month and a half of doing this, and you're telling me what I'm doing now is getting more attention than what I did for 15 years? Yeah, I know. And I still have, I mean, think about it. I don't get many views. I have like 1,600 more than that bass fishing videos with my tips and everything out there for people to still discover. Yeah. And I said they're still out there and they don't, still like years, like 5 years old, and they still have like 200 views. It's like, it's like I put my heart and soul into it 15 years and it's still out there. And maybe if I leave it alone, YouTube will start going, what happened to this guy? Let's start promoting him. I have found more comments and stuff coming from my old stuff. It's not that I don't have like so much stuff out there. I mean, I think my original, one of the one that I thought of the most, my biology bite. My biology bites don't get any. Those are I think those are the best ones as far as teaching people. I don't think any of those online have more than like 100 views, 200 views. Even being out there for like 15 years, they're still sitting at like under 200 views. None of them even gotten up to 1,000 or something. It's like, and those are the best ones. Biology bites are the ones that taught you the most, but nobody would watch them. Oh, I think I found a. I want to ask you guys this. Did I ever put up? Yeah, it's very good. Bro, YouTube is wanky. In 5 years, you could have 100 views on vids uploaded. Yeah, some of mine catch on. Some of them catch on and they start going. I mean, for some reason, that one where I did the best drop shot knot. Oh, I did it last year. I think it was April 19th, 2020. That one's getting like still over 1,000 views a month. I mean, I don't know why. I did some others about the drop shot and those got nothing. That one's still like out there and still getting me. Sometimes it gets up to over 2,000 views a month. And it took 6 months before it took off. I think after 6 months, it had maybe like 200 views or something, 300. And now I think it's at like 25,000 views. But it just was totally flat, and all of a sudden, for some reason, it's just been going up ever since. Yeah, I'm down to 7,000 views a month. Usually I'm at like 9 or 10. Mostly because in the winter when people turn to hunting and stuff, my views always go down. But that one has like 1,500 of the 7,000. So, and a couple of others that get like 700 and 500 a month. Tips and tricks. So, like I said, who knows? I mean, I focus on the new thing, start getting views and people liking me for that, and start getting those going. And because of those, maybe they'll promote the other ones more, and then suddenly, I'll start making a lot of money on shit that's 5, 10 years old. I mean, it's still on there, it's still monetized. It could happen. That's why I didn't change the channel name when I switched to the skating stuff. Because I said most people, bass base. A lot of people thought it was Central Coast Base, not Central Coast Bass. So skateboarding, Central Coast Base, music, change the logo from a fish to a skater in the background. Now I might even do some merch because I have all that bass fishing merch on there. I might do some logos for the old school skateboarding, CCB. Who knows? I mean, I can put anything I want on there. Give it a try. I still have tons of my old baits too, so. I mean, fishing was always that way with me. I'm deaf. Yeah, I said I have all my old baits. I still have a bunch of buzz baits and a bunch of stuff. But even those didn't really sell. We have Pinot merch. Yeah, I know. I have one Pinot merch. Land of Lunkers. It's the image is a logo of Pinot from my drone. It's a drone shot of Pinot that I turned into a, the cartoony thing like I did my CCB crew stuff. I have one of Pinot. I also have one like that of the Delta from a drone shot. But skateboarding logos are so much more fun to make. I mean, see, the thing with skateboarding, almost everybody was skater that are artists now and photographers, and you don't see many fishermen that are artists and photographers or musicians. And skateboarding, that's what they all are. And I was a DJ. I did artwork. I made clothing. I was a graphic designer. So, I mean, fishing for me was just sort of, I always kind of wanted to do it and do tournaments. I did it for 1 year and did really great, but I don't know. I didn't mix with a lot of those people. Or they didn't like me because I was different. Like, I mean, you get a fisherman and that's their life. And here I am, a DJ, a clothing designer, and I'm kicking their ass at bass fishing. My friend that I used to fish with in the same club, he would go to the meetings when I wasn't there, and he told me one day, he goes, dude, everybody in the club hates you. I'm like, what? He goes, oh man, the things they say about you when you're not there. I'm like, whatever. Like, I still kick their ass fishing, so they have nothing to say. He goes, yeah, man, I was amazed. They were like, yeah. They were just like, way. He said, I'm like, what? He goes, oh, yeah. Like, I'm just sitting there. I don't say anything. He's like, oh, what? You don't stand up to defend me? He goes, oh, no. I don't want him to hate me, too. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I never got that in skating. I fit in. I mean, yeah, yeah, it's totally different. Yeah. No, he was really cool. He had his 2 kids. When I actually moved, when when I moved from SLO up to San Francisco with my clothing store, I actually gave him my 100-gallon tank and my, which was expensive, and the fish I had, and like a $200 filter and all that stuff. I just gave it to his kids because his kids were talking about having a tank and all that, so I just gave it to him. Yeah, it's like that's just the way it was. I mean, I don't know when something's like, I don't know, at least with the fishing, when it's your life, like you might do a day job and everything. Um, and it's their life. Like that's the only other thing they have as a hobby or a focus is bass fishing. And fishing for me was just fun. I mean, I did clothing, I did graphic design, I did artwork, I skated. I had other things that didn't define me as a person outside of work. But I found a lot of them, it's like they hate their job, they don't like their work, but what makes them the man is that they're a bass fisherman. And same thing with skating. Like skating wasn't, I walked away from it a bunch of times. It was something I did. It wasn't something I lived for. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing it, but it wasn't like it didn't define me. I had so many other things I did that it wasn't really. And so I think that's why with the fishing, like, because they thought I didn't care about bass. They, they, I was good at it, and I kicked their ass first, two, third, and 11 tournaments in a row. But they just thought I was like got lucky all the time. No, I know how to fish, and anything that I learn, I'm very competitive, and I love to learn it really well. But it doesn't define me as a person. So that was kind of what I found with it. And a lot of them, oh my God, the way they, we were in the parking lot afterwards, the way they were and the way they treated. Well, it was like being at a construction site when like hot chicks walk by in bikinis and stuff. Ah, the things they would yell at him and the things they'd say to him and stuff. I'm just like, I was like embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God. I'm not with these people. I'm with these people, but I'm not the same main frame of mind as these guys. Trust me, that's not my thinking. Don't group me with these people. I don't hang out with them much. I'm only here when I'm fishing. I respect women, and I do. I make clothes for them. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, that's the way I've always been. Actually, actually, kind of went off on some of the some of the skaters because they were saying that I don't know, most people's perceptions of skating was that we were rebels and we were anti-heroes and we thrashed and destroyed. And I'm like, I never thought that. It's just something I did. I never thought of myself as this like biker mentality, renegade, because that's the way the media promoted it, that we were rebels, that we were outcasts and everything. I'm like, I never felt like one. I went to skate parks where you were allowed to skate. I didn't. I wasn't a street skater. I wasn't destroying people's property. I went to where you could go. And when I moved up here, there was nowhere to skate, so I built my own ramp. So I had a place to skate. I didn't need to go thrash stuff and get yelled at by cops and all that. I'm like, I mean, life is a quote that I. Life is 90% what happens to you and 10% how you react to it. Which basically means 9% of it's just bullshit. It's the 10% that matters. Jax! Whoops. I meant to hit that. Good. Well, I haven't been there. I haven't been fishing at all. But I was on the phone with Tito when he was there on Saturday. He caught 5 while I was there with him on the phone, and he said he caught 2 more after we got off the phone. So, yeah, Pinot's doing pretty good off that point. Using green pumpkin Senkos. Green pumpkin Senkos. I remember I did that one video where I only caught him on the only thing they hit was green pumpkin blue flake, the sticko on the drop shot. I tried every other color and they wouldn't touch it. And they only wanted green pumpkin blue flake. He was using green pumpkin black flake, 4-inch, weightless. Off that point that I fish, but around the corner on the asphalt, fishing towards that one white buoy to the left and right of that white buoy. I cut some of my later videos there. It's a good spot. There's kind of like a little hump out there from the old island when they dug it out. There's kind of a shallower hump out there. I mean, it's only like 7, 8 feet around it, but a spot where it comes up to like I think 3 or 4. So I cast out there and it doesn't sink. It's just like takes like 2 seconds to sink. I'm like, um, yeah, it's funny. So I was on the phone with him, and he's like, he was fishing the point, and he goes, yeah, I'm gonna go, and then he's like, oh, I'm gonna move, and all of a sudden he caught it. He didn't tell me where he's moving. He said, I'm gonna move, and they said he caught a fish, and I went, to the right or the left of the white buoy in that little hole, and he laughed. He goes, yeah, you're right. I'm throwing right. I threw to the right of the white buoy. I'm like, how do I know exactly where you were? I'm not even there. I'm just on the phone. Is it supposed to rain this weekend? I've been following it. It rained last night, and I was a total shock. I came outside and said, "What the fuck? It's raining." It was totally clear all day. It was a matter of like 2 hours. Suddenly, it's raining. They should be going. I've caught the most there in the fall. Or that when I filmed them all last fall. Well, I did catch. I caught one little one and missed a little one the last time I was there, 2 weeks ago. I do think Pinot's probably a better bet. Yep, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday. Fish is a fish is still a resident there. I gave up on that place for that. Whoops. I go to El Estero and I'm looking for hitch now. I'm a hitch master. I will be there for all the trout stocks, so that's probably when I'll get uh we need water badly. All right, fish. I'll see you. Yeah. Well, Elstera would have been fine. Elstera would have been fine if they wouldn't have dumped it in April, thinking that we were going to get rain, and we never got it. They dumped. They dumped it a foot and a half in April. We were supposed to get a big storm that Sunday, and it never came. And the creeks ain't flowing, so there ain't no water going into it. So usually right now it'd be at least a foot higher. It's usually about a foot higher than it is right now, even if there is no rain. It's so cold now; it doesn't really evaporate much. But yeah, all those pipes that stick out are underwater. Well, it doesn't take much to flood that place, though. I mean, there's 3 creeks running into it, plus all the street runoff. If they didn't have those pumps in there to pump it out, that place would flood. Every pretty good storm, that place would flood. That's what it used to do before they put in the pumps. I mean, it would flood into Del Monte and into all those. I didn't realize I had 3 creeks. I knew 2 of them flowing into it. Evidently, it has 3. Take care of Johnny. That was fish that was leaving. It was fish that was leaving, not Johnny. Oh shit, where'd he go? Yeah, no, it has 3 creeks. I mean, one, I don't know where one. I know where 2 of them are, or kinda. The major one's on the. If you're looking east, the major one's on the right. I don't know if 2 creeks feed that one. I don't know if two creeks feed that one, and then there on the other side there is a big pipe that comes in the end of the other channel. But I don't know if that's actually a creek or. But I read online some, and they said there's, and they named the creeks, but I don't know if they're creeks that flow into the one creek that runs on the left side, but it still gets all that water runoff, all that street runoff. It'll fill up pretty damn quick. I've seen them drop it a bunch of times overnight in the winter. I mean, you go there one day, and we go back the next day, and it's like 2 feet lower. And you're like, "Whoa, they pumped this shit out last night. Look at this." But then it usually like constantly fills up. But this year was so bad the creeks aren't running. What's up? My friend's over right now. Thanks for the update, Nick. Hey, Joe's. My friend's over right now. Did you ever get your cats out of the ceiling? I know that was your issue last week. You were chasing cats in the attic. As I remember. No. Did they come down? They got to come down. The cats, they need food. They get hungry, they'll come out there right away. Just don't give them food in the attic or in your ceiling, and you'll be fine. Cats are easy. They always come back because they're so paranoid about food. That's funny. They found a new place to play around, man. Goes in the attic. They found a new place they like, man. We like being a ceiling above Nick's room. This is fun up here. Goes in the attic. Yeah, I know. Just have to sleep there and hear him like walking around above you all night. Like, damn cats. You join back into school. What? You going to college now? You're a college man? Wow. Well, good for you, man. I mean, I went to college. Well, I am kind of using it because I'm a biologist. So, nah, no college. But they said join back into school. What school did you join? Were you like Richard? You like Richard and Cora and never got your high school diploma? Both of them who are on here quite often had to go back. You know, the funny thing is, Nicholas, I got a green light from YouTube about my new direction. I had YouTube tell me that my new videos, keep doing what you're doing with your new videos because they're performing better than your other videos you had on your channel. I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, I'll do that. I'll do that. I love skateboarding videos. And I started a new Instagram channel for fishing, for skating, CCB old school skateboarding. I started 2 days ago. I'm 11th. I'm 11th and finishing. Okay, so you're going back to high school. Yeah, I have 19 followers on my new Instagram channel. Good. That's gonna be 3 people now that follow me that have gone back and gotten their high school diplomas. Corn Farts, Richard, and now Nicholas. I didn't know. I thought you did. I had no idea that you never finished it. Yeah, it's 12, right? It's 12, right? Senior in high school is 12th grade? Oh, it's been so long. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Right, what he's got. Yes, 12. Yeah, okay. See, I'm having troubles with skateboarding too because I'm like my timeline's so off. I'm like looking at things and I thought it was early 80s and it's actually late 70s. I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm seeing pictures of me skating and doing things. And I found one the other day, and out at the bottom, somebody took it of me, like it's a black and white, and they printed it and gave it to me. And it says August 80. And I went, August 80? I was that good in August of 80? But I have pictures that I can tell I'm younger than this. I'm like, oh, that's right. And then I finally went, wait, I think I started skating in 76. I was in like sixth grade. Seventh, sixth, fifth or sixth grade when I started. I thought I was like eighth grade when I started. And now I'm looking back and going through the history and going, no, I started when I was, yeah. It's just weird. I'm finding now with my timelines and things, I thought I was so accurate with them in my head, telling the stories my whole life. Now I'm realizing I had years off. Like, wait a minute, really? He knows me because, well, I was a fishing channel and he was a camping and fishing video. We met through YouTube. We were into the same thing. We were both outdoor channels. That's how we found each other. I did say though that he's like, I said he's the son I never had. He's into a lot of the same stuff I am. He's a fishing ad, but then at one time in my life, he's really good with art. He did some pretty good clay stuff one time in my life. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's what I said. He's like the son I never had. And he likes that. He rides his bike, and I don't think he ever skateboarded, but he does some mischievous stuff. I know it. I'm class of 2011. 2011? Really? Wow. I really feel old now. I'm class of 84. I should get that out sometime for you guys. I have all of my high school yearbooks in my garage. I've never, I should get those out. That'd be fun. Yeah. See, I don't really think about it anymore as far as the ages of people that watch me. I just know they're people. People are people, so they're just good friends and fun people to talk to. The age doesn't really matter. I have what from like 14, 15 to I don't know if I no, I have people my age out here who are around my age. Jess Fish, which is well, he's working a lot now. Jess Fish is like 2 years younger than me. I think Tiger Muskie, he's about my age or might be older. I span the gamut, I guess. That would be fun. I never thought about bringing. I actually have one of my OLA. I think it's my 8th grade. I have one of my prior to. I still got a few months. Grandpa from Finno. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. To me, everybody at my age, everybody look at looks really young. I'm like, yeah, that's the way I was. All my friends were. Well, a lot of my friends were older, and then a lot of my friends were way younger. I was kind of one of those people in the middle. I never was really around a lot of people. I had a few my age, but I had a lot that were a lot older and a lot that were a lot younger. It's like I was never around my age group of people the whole time. It was always some my age, but the extremes were either a lot older or a lot younger. I remember when I used to be at the club when I was a DJ and that, and I'd be there with I was like, how old was I then? Late mid 30s, early 30s, mid 30s. But I'd be there, and I knew I was the DJ and Generation X, and they're like 20, 21, somewhere younger than that because it was 18 over, and yeah, that's the way I was. They come over to me and be like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "What?" It's like, "Oh, that creepy old man just asked me to dance." I'm all, "Who?" And she points him out. And I'm like, "That guy's older than me." And she goes, "Oh, well, no, you're not like him." And I'm like, "What? What?" I don't know. They just never looked at me as my age. Like, yeah, they would lie. I get that a lot when they're like, that creepy old man. Oh, you became a member? Thank you, Johnny. Now you can see my puppet video. Corn! How you doing, Corn? Corn had COVID, by the way, guys. He was having a little trouble breathing last time I was in here. Thank you, Corn. Starts square dancing. Now you can check out that. Try to give me a wrench. I can't tell if anybody has a wrench on here. Not when I'm on here. It doesn't tell me. Hi, bye, everybody. Well, how you doing before you leave? Evidently, you're still alive and you're doing fine. You told us you had COVID last time. Want to get an update? Well, he's probably already gone. His phone's probably at 5%. That's his usual MO. Yeah, there's some good stuff on there. There's like 12 videos on there. I think there's like 12 or 13 videos of me. A lot of them are educational stuff, how to edit and stuff, behind the scenes stuff. There's a lot of stuff on there. I just put up my. Oh, did you ever see that one, Noah? Are you still a member? Last time I checked, you were still a member. Did you ever watch that? The MTV Crib spoof? I don't know, a lot of people. I mean, you have to put them up as a post. They don't upload, but I know Corn watched it because he commented on it, and I actually brought Joe in, which is which is the puppet I used for that video, and I still have him. I brought him out here last week. I opened the video with Joe. I used to do a lot of fun stuff with puppets, just just for fun. Just for shits. I have. Eventually, they're going to be in my channel because they're a lot of fun. But I stuck that one up. If you still a member, go into the members and watch that one. That one's it shows the house I lived in for 16 years in Slow. I lived in that house for 16 years. I went from the dorms to a condo with four other people, and then me and my friend Jim moved into the place that's in that video, and I lived there for 16 years. I lived in it until I moved out of Slow. It is funny. Puppets scares me. Joe. I don't know. It's fun. I liked MTV Cribs, and so I think it was 2000 I did it. I thought it was earlier, but I think it was 2000. But I did a spoof of, and I can't put it on YouTube because I mixed in copyright music. But I don't care with the members if they're monetized or not. Yeah, it's an MTV Cribs food. It's pretty funny too. I found it on there. I'd forgot about it, but when I started going through all the tapes, I cracked. Yeah, I went through there and I saw it. And I went, "Oh my god!" Also, have me lip syncing two Cure songs in the dorms, but they're copyrighted songs. Those will probably go on the members. I didn't even know I had those. They were at the end of a tape, and it was me and my friend Duck, David Renning. His nickname was Duck, and he's playing the drums, pretending, and I'm singing, and we do two Cure songs. I don't know if we do two or three, but yeah, I got to the end of the tape, and there was some other stuff on. All of a sudden, I saw that, and I went, "Oh my god, I still have this." I had no idea I kept that footage. I still have like really random stuff, but my VCRs need to be cleaned out. It suddenly stopped playing the extended videos. The ones that are like on, because you can do on videotapes used to be a standard play, which is best, and then LP and EP. Now suddenly when ones come up that are an EP, it just goes to blue screen. You can hear the audio, and it comes up and says, "Use cleaning tape." I think that's what happened to my other one I was using first because it did the same thing. It went to blue screen with just the audio. But it's an older VCR. It's more expensive, but it's older, so I don't think it had the software technology to tell you what was wrong. This one actually came up and said use cleaning tape. So there's still people around that clean VHS tape players and stuff. So I figured I had to because they're all like, some of them were like, I think the editing one's like almost 30 years old. VCRs. Right? That's good stuff. Yeah, my friend just bought one. My friend Hype, remember the black guy? He's been in my lives. He's done the intro to my skating fishes. He just bought one. He's bought a bunch of VHS tapes from me. I have over 100 VHS movies in my trunk right now. I took him to El Estero and he looked through them and bought like 11 of them. There's a place still in town that buys them, so I have them in there so I can take it by there and get some money for them. Yeah, he's always a fan. Yeah, Hype's a cool guy. He works at the radio, the TV station. He works at public access. He's probably going to work with me. I'm going to do a documentary of my skate history, and I think I'm going to work with him. Maybe we can do some in one of the studios there. So we can set up in the studio and he can help me do some of the editing and stuff. Because he's really good at he does his own silk screening and his own artwork. He offered to do one and put it on cable access. I'm like, oh yeah, dude, let's work together on it. I have enough stuff. I showed him all my old skateboard magazines and all my stuff, and he was just like blown away. So yeah, I'm probably gonna work with him on a documentary about my time as a skateboarder. No, no, not Pino, El Estero. You're talking about Wayne, not Hype. I'm talking about Hype, not Wayne. Same ethnicity, but one's fishing and one's skating. Yeah. Now that's Wayne that fishes. It's Hype that skates. Wayne works at a winery in Greenfield. He drives from Greenfield to go to Watsonville to Watsonville to fit him all the time. That's like a 40-minute drive. Yeah, and Hype's the one that looks like a young Fresh Prince. People called him Fresh Prince when he showed up. I went, he does. He does look like Will Smith when he was younger. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't. Last few times I've been to El Estero, I haven't seen him there. I have his email though, so I can get a hold of him. I sent him the intro. Yeah, he always comes on and calls me Digger. He learned from the other old skaters that knew me that my nickname was Digger, so he always calls me Digger. But I sent him the intro to that Real MTV Raps one because I show my editing suite because he wanted to see a suite. Yeah, I still have all the stuff for it, the swiping boards and that, and he wants to play with it. So that'd be so I don't know. I might lend them to him so he can hook them up and actually play with old school VCR to VCR editing like I did instead of computer. I still have all of it in there. Some of it's the video. Oh yeah, Joe. I said I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna. I have like 3 videos, fishing videos to edit. Yeah, they all call me Digger at the skate park. The ones that know me, and now even the young kids have learned who I was, so they call me Digger. I'm like that nickname. I had that nickname for like 20 years. Like people didn't even know my name, and then like 15 years later, it shows up again. Got a nickname that sticks. People bring it back. It's it's come back again. Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna film all the trout stuff at El Cerro. Um, I don't know. I might just do live fishing till then before I actually film something. Because like I said, I don't know. It's such like Noah said it to me in one of his comments. This must be so fun for you, and it is. It was it was my birth in video filming and editing, and even vlog style stuff was skateboarding and just normal, just daily stuff like daily vlogs. I only filmed that one fishing video that you saw that I put up 89. It was the only time I took the camera on the water and filmed fishing. All the rest of it was just really fun, crazy stuff or skateboarding. That was my roots in creating. That's my roots is being a creative filmer and video maker was skateboarding and just parties and just puppet stuff and just weird stuff. Everything that's made it onto YouTube 30 years later. People always said I was ahead of my time, but I didn't think it would be that ahead. Oh, I love George Carlin. I have a bunch of his videos. I have like all of his original videos and stand-ups. Yeah, he was great. He was very he's very good at like Seinfeld as observing the dumbness of society and bringing it up and making it funny. The abnormality of normalness, but putting a very good comedic skit on it. He's a legend. I have his last video he did when he knew he had something terminal, so he knew he was dying. And as I was watching the video, I didn't know at the time that he had something that was terminal. And I watched the video and I'm like, did he know that he didn't have long to live when he did this special? Because it kind of seems like it. And I think he died a year after it or something. But you can kind of tell it was him getting it all out. Like, I know I'm on the way out. I'm going to capture this before I go. Just put it all out there now. My last hurrah. Oh yeah, I love that guy. Some of his stuff. You did the thing about how Americans are so fat. I downloaded the clip. I forget which stand up it's from, but it's just the thing he says about them. It's just like about their obesity is so funny. And it's true. It's what people usually think that aren't, 500 pounds and that. Like he said what kids say. NJ, did you just call me fat, bro? I didn't know you're in here. So no. Back when comedy was good. Yeah. I have myself on tape doing some comedy stuff that I found in my room by myself at night with nobody around. What's up, NJ? Yeah. I'm like, I have a mic and I'm just wandering around like, I don't know, saying stuff. Hey, Backroads. Wow. NJ's in here and Backroads. But we are old school in here now. I know. It's back when people weren't as offended by things. I mean, people were like, yeah, I'm fat. So not like today. Today they'd like do lawsuits if you call them fat. It's like he just called me fat. I'm suing him. Why? You are fat. he, he was just being observationally correct. He wasn't making this shit up. Look at you. You're fat. Let's just be honest. Don't get all offended. You're just telling you the truth. You should eat less and exercise more. We got soft, man. Well, that was the 90s. We got politically correct in the 90s. I don't know. I might go to Pinot. Tito was just there on Saturday. He caught 5, 7, plus a 3-pounder and stuff. So, I didn't go last week. I might go. I'm sure they're closing now, probably like 6:30 or something though. So I probably have to start around 4:30 or something. I don't know. I just haven't been into it. I've spent times where I didn't fish. Like I was telling people earlier, like through my history of fishing, sometimes I spent 3 and 4 years not fishing. And then I get into it for 3 or 4 years intensely, and then I wouldn't fish again for another year or two. And so, yeah, I don't know. I spent 15 years just doing that. I got burned out. Like I spent 2 or 3 years doing it. I spent 15 years like obsessed with the videos and doing it, honing my craft and stuff. But hell, I have 1,600 fishing videos on YouTube, so they don't they don't have a lot of views. They can mingle. They can be discovered later. Yeah, I mean, it was I don't know. It was never my focus really. I think for the 15 years I tried to make it my focus because I wanted my YouTube channel. I want to make money at it. I want everybody to watch me and then I just realized like that it's stupid. Like I said, one rod just put up a video Squid Game fishing challenge or something like that. And I'm like, really? And this is what I tried to compete with? I, I tried to become a Scott, we were paying customers. I know. What's funny is a lot of fishing channels don't even go live, or very rarely. I was pretty unique because I went live fishing a lot. I was using my thing for a while. I was always live fishing, or at least once a week. Always live fishing. I did that for like a couple of years. I think. Yeah, it's just kind of funny. It's like it's not like I don't have a history behind me for helping people catch fish. I mean, I just uh, I just you know I'm not gonna do a Squid Game fishing video. I miss human fishing. I know. If I do come back and do anything live, I should do that. That was that. Yeah, that one was fun. That one I'd love. Yeah, I just couldn't believe it. I was going through, and all of a sudden I saw that. I'm like, God, it's such a joke now. When you watch fishing on TV, you know, Roland Martin, Bill Dance, Hank Parker, Shaw Grease. I mean, that was educational. It wasn't entertaining bullshit like fishing is now on YouTube. Barbie polls and random customer or employee picks my baits. Really? You like? I don't like him. I've never liked him. I don't know. Just something about him. I never really liked him. A lot of his stuff's wrong, actually, too. I mean, that I watch. I just no. I don't. I've never liked him. I've never just liked his personality on the camera, the way he talks on the camera, the way he scripts things. Was never a fan of his. He's just a little too. Yeah, I know. $20 fishing challenge. Yeah, $100 fishing challenge. You know, I don't know. And the younger fishermen, they won't watch that shit. They won't watch old Roland Martin, old Bill Dance, old Hank Parker. They just think these guys were old farts. Look, look at those lures they're using. Look at those rods they were using. It's like they have no respect for the old shit. That's why I said in the skateboarders love me because I'm an old skateboarder. Fishermen are like, yeah, I know. They're entertaining. Yeah, but most YouTubers now, you ask them who those guys' names are, and they don't even know. Hell, I did that one video of Forrest Wood. Remember when he died? I put up that one video. Nobody knew who he was. I was like, how are you a bass fisherman? You don't know who Forrest Wood is. It's like Ranger boats. I mean, progression of what you all strive to have these days. You don't even know who he is. Yeah, I mean, John B, I love the way he edits. I mean, the way he puts together a show, I love. I don't learn much from him either because I know more than him, but I, I love the way he puts together a show. His editing skills and the production of it is really good. But they're still all, they because of YouTube and because of their younger following, they're forced to be in with what's in. You got to be in with the new stuff and in with everything that's going on, and in with the new baits and in with the new products and in with it's a 24-second world to them. You got to have the newest stuff. You got to have the great stuff. You got to have. And I'm fishing with 5-year-old poles and reels. I still catch fish, but I'm that old man that sits in the boat using 20-year-old poles and reels. I can catch a lot of fish, but relevancy to YouTube has helped. Ever watch Skyline? No, I've never watched him. The kids throwing foot-long swim baits. 60 from crowd. That's funny. No, I don't even watch fishing shows anymore. That's funny though. That's a good comment. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't even watch anymore. I mean, hell, I'm going back to filming now with a high eight. I mean, people thought my cameras were old that I was using to film my shows. I'm now going 15 years before that to film my stuff. Yeah, I don't like extreme Philly either. I don't know. I said I'm just like I don't know. It's like it's weird. Addictive fishing or a 10-footer for the muskies. Yeah, I mean, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't watch addictive fishing. I don't watch like was it Pig Patrol or I don't know. Most of the popular channels now, I just like I have no desire to even watch them. Never really did. Hey Wesley, how's it going? I mean, it just became all freaking hype. It just I don't know. It just became all about what you're fishing, how you're fishing. Now everybody's doing the video game stuff because everybody has to have a Garmin. They don't even fish. They just sit there and stare at the freaking screen so they can watch the fish eat their bait. I'm like, really, it's come to this. Everybody's out there just video game fishing. They just sit there and watch. Like, oh, there's fish. Oh, oh, here he comes. Oh, he's looking. He's looking. Yep. Oh, he's looking at my bait. Oh, he got it. I'm like, the fuck's that? Got married. Congratulations. Wesley got married. No, I don't know. Yeah, NJ, I don't know. I just got sick of it. I gave it a good effort. All my stuff's still out there. All right, NJ. Yeah, I just, well, now you're leaving. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just getting too ridiculous for me. I mean, fishing's been around for what, like hundreds of years? Oh, it jumped up a lot. Oh, I know it's late. I always forget. You're at like what? It's 1 o'clock there, right? I always forget about that. I am still gonna do your intro though. I still have it. Yeah, I'm still gonna. I want to do your intro. I'll do other fishing stuff for people. I mean, it's not like I've lost all my knowledge. It doesn't go away. I'm doing it for 40 years. It's still here. The skateboarding, on the other hand, it kind of went away because it's age dependent. all my knowledge of it and my history of it is still here. But the ability to do it, not so good. But fishing, I can still do. I said next year the trout stuff's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, because I need. No, it's not really. It's not that with me. It's just I don't know. It's just balance, and when you hit the ground, it hurts a lot more. Dexterity. I mean, fishing, I still cast and set the hook on a fish and feel it happen. Skateboarding is totally different. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. I think I still have that one yellow and white grub that I used. People gave me newer ones over time, but I think I think I still have that original one. I still have my spinning reel, my spinning pole, so that one will be fun. Yeah, 25. Ouch. Try 55, man. Gravity gets like 5 times heavier. I'm telling you, it's like it's, it's like if I jumped from my porch down the 2 steps onto the flat part, it feels like I jumped from like 7 feet, and it's only like 2.5 feet. Like, yeah, yeah. If I jump from my and I like not jump and like kind of run at it, but if I jumped and just let it flat, it's like I mean, it jars the hell out of you. It's like your teeth almost came. I'm like, I did a couple times from stairs, like climbed downstairs, and I just kind of jumped and I hit and I just went, and I almost saw lights. I'm like, holy shit! And I'm like, I look at, it, I'm like, I only jumped like 3 feet. why, why did it feel like I jumped from a rooftop when I landed? Yeah, when I was younger. Uh, I never broke anything. I skated for like, well, I still skate, so I can't say I never ended, but religiously for about 20 years, 22 years that I skated vert, and any chance I could, I skated. Um, I rolled my I rolled my right ankle. I think I tore ligaments in that, and that took about 6 months to heal. Now I actually have a ganglion cyst on that ankle. Other than that, was just hip slams. Yeah, I never broke anything. I mean, I hurt my elbows a lot, bruised my elbows a lot, bruised my hips a lot. Yeah, hip injuries for me because I skate vert and on cement, and sometimes you would slam on your side and hit, you hit your hip right there in the hip where there's like no skin or just skin and then the bone. Yeah, I'd have like bruises. I'd have like black like that big, and I'd be limping for like 3 weeks. Even when I was 15, I'd still limp for like 3 weeks because I slammed like completely on my side. Like my body was this way and my legs were this way. So the hip was like the first thing to hit on the way down. It went boom and then boom. Yeah, those were the worst. I had like I don't know, I think I had probably like 4 or 5 of those in my skate career, and those really kick. But the rolling the ankle was the one where I actually couldn't skate. I couldn't really walk on it. I actually switched legs to pump. I still skated. I didn't skate ramps or anything like that, but I actually started. I pushed with my right. It was my right foot, so I started leaving the right foot on the board and pushing with my left foot. How did that go again? Boom and boom. Yeah, yeah. Boom. Yeah, boom and boom. What's up, Becca? I used to love it. I mean, I don't know. When you're a skater, falling and getting hurt is kind of, I don't know. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel good because you know you're stepping the bounds and trying something more difficult and not being wimpy about it. And sometimes when you try new tricks and that, you mess up and you slam. So it's like, oh, either get a like bruised elbow or something like that, but you're like, yeah. And when you're younger, it's like, you don't break it or tear it, you're good. It heals pretty quick. I remember the worst thing I did as far as hurting. Well, it wasn't hurt. It was just I hadn't skated in a while, and a thrashdon came out. And thrashdon was for 72 hours. And I've been skating on the street now, but I hadn't been on a vert ramp, which takes a lot of pumping, a lot of everything, a lot of leg, like thigh and leg muscle. And I skated for 8 hours. And I must have like, how muscles kind of have to tear to grow. I couldn't. I couldn't even. I was fine, but the next day, I couldn't even. I couldn't stand up. Like I couldn't bend my legs. After I left there, I was fine, but after night and then I cooled off and everything. Ah, I, ah, I couldn't even get out of my car. I couldn't like. I couldn't even sit in the seat and like get myself in. And yeah, then I skated all day the next day. I, I couldn't even walk to get there and that, but once I got warmed up and it didn't hurt as much, I skated the whole next day. And then I skated the whole next day after that. And then I spent days like not even being able to walk. Everyone's like, "What'd you do?" I'm like, I think I grew some muscle, but in order to grow it, I had to tear it. So I'm just waiting for it to heal. Everybody's like, "What the fuck you thinking, dude? You haven't used your thighs and calves that much in like a year. We ain't as young as we used to be." I think I was like 20. No, I think I was almost 30 at that point. Something like that. 96. Yeah, somewhere around like 90. Yeah, so I was like maybe 30. But my body did not like me doing that much. Oh yeah, football do it. Yeah, yeah. I've overextended myself that time. But the question was more about skateboarding. It wasn't how much have you injured yourself doing the chicka bow wow, chicka wow wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I have stories about that too. But Let's at least try to keep it PG-13. Oh my God, night. See, Becca, you come in. I have all these stories about that going through my head. The forbidden dance. Yes. The dance that's done behind closed doors. Or in kinky, out of the way places. I have three of those stories too. Yeah. No. No. There's not oh my God, Tanner came in? Oh my God. The midnight tango. Wow, all the old schoolers are coming in. What's up, Tanner? You haven't been in here in a while. God, this thing keeps going out because I'm not even smoking on. Have you been fishing at all? I don't know if you've been watching me lately, but I'm more of a skate channel now. I'm into the skateboard thing. Rehashing years from the past. I have a good story about that. Rebecca was talking about at El Estero where I skate and fish. I think I've told that story before though. Oh, Tanner hasn't answered back. I've only been out a few times fishing. Yeah, I haven't fished in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Might go tomorrow live. No, it actually has to do with the pipe. No bench. It has to do with the pipe. One of those like round pipes that you crawl through. You know the area, Johnny. You know where there might be pipes that you crawl through in the general area of the skate park. Utah's drought is way too bad right now. Well, that's the same thing here. Everything here is super low. Plus, I don't know. I'm just not like. I even started a new Instagram channel, Tanner. CCB Old School Skateboarding. I started 2 days ago. And my last, what? September 1st. Since then, it's all been skateboarding videos and only one fishing video. Put in my old school one. Yeah, I know. We pretty much do. Our lakes, a lot of lakes around here aren't that big. And, I haven't put this in a while. I'm not that anyone's going to come in. But it is supposed to be a paddle. But Tito came in earlier. Yeah, our lakes are always like that. Especially around here. Most of them aren't that big. And they need the water for the trout and creeks. Very rarely do our lakes stay very full. I mean, by the end of the year, in a normal year, even if they fill up and go over the spillway, by the end of it, they're like 20 feet down, 15 feet down. That's just, I mean, now they're like 60, 70 feet down, but usually in normally they're like 15, 20 feet down. It's just the demand of water in California. We have to send everything to LA or into the creeks so the trout and the salmon can survive. We had to pump it all into the system. Oh yeah, and our lakes fill up overnight. If we have some random good 2 or 3 inch storm in their watershed and that, they'll come up like 30 feet. If it's even bigger storm than that, yeah, they'll go up. They'll go up and over the spillway overnight. Especially when it's been, drought for a couple of years. The ground is so dry, it's like cement. You get a good storm and that, nothing sinks in. It all runs off, goes into the creeks, rushes to the ocean, floods places. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, what? Most of the lakes I have what? Uvis is 246 acres. Chesbro is like 247 acres. I think Coyote is like 680 acres. Anderson's the biggest. But yeah, those are nothing. I mean, a lot of the bigger lakes are like 3, 4, 5,000 or 10,000. Yeah, 4 or 5,000 acre feet when they're full, or even like 2 or 3,000. We don't have any of those around here. None of them are that big. I mean, I don't even think San Luis is that big. Of course, Uvis, they pump it in from the Delta. And they pump it from San Luis into the Delta. It's just a holding tank. We have excess water, we pump it in. We don't have excess water, we pump it out. It's just a reserve for Southern California and the Delta. It goes in and it goes out. It goes in and it goes out. Depending on the snow melt and the flow, if they need it, they use it. That's why they built the Delta, with all of these reserves along the way, all the way down to Southern California. Yeah, let's throw 4 feet. Pinot, which is natural lake, its deepest is like, when it's full, it's like 28 feet. Most of them at the dam, I think Uvis at the dam, it's 127. Well, it's 127 feet from the creek bed to the top of the dam. When it's at its deepest, when it's full, I don't know, from the dam might be 50 feet, 50, 60. I know I used to fish Lopez. I know Margarita, when I had my graph in that by the dam when it was full, it was only about 60 feet. Lopez was in Deeper Valley. I think by the dam was actually, when it was full, was a little over 100 feet. We don't have many deep lakes here. Not in Central California. You go up north, I don't know. Some of them might have, when they're full, maybe 150 feet near the dam and that, 180 or something. But we don't have like 300 and 400 foot depths. Most of them are pretty shallow. Depends on where they lie. Yeah, but that's a natural lake too. It's really super low right now too. I don't know. Clear Lake. What's the deepest in Clear Lake? It's a natural lake. I think the deepest in that, when it's at full is probably only like 60 feet, maybe something like that. It's a pretty shallow lake. 60, maybe 80. But majority of it's like, I don't know, 0 to 20 feet. $1,644 feet. That's the deepest? Wow. Yeah, that's a pretty deep lake. Of course, it is like a crater in the middle of the mountains. Yeah. I'll let you probably look them up. I know Clear Lake, probably 60, 80. I've never fished Clear Lake. I don't know, over like 20 feet, maybe 25 on the south end in some of the spots. I mean, all you gotta do is leave the dams, because the dams, I think Chesbro and Uvis, they usually have a plaque that tells you. I know Uvis, I think it says 147, 120 feet from the bottom of the creek to the top of the dam. But when it's full, it's about, I don't know, I think it's like at least 30 feet from the top of the dam. Wait, top of the dam, spillway. I don't know, maybe 15, 20 feet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you was in front of the dam when it's full. It's probably about 80, 90 feet, but only right at the dam, at the deepest. But most of it's, you know, in the middle. It's probably like 40, 30. We just don't have deep lakes here. I know the ones I charted. Lopez was like one. It was about 120 at the dam. It's in a pretty deep valley. Margarita was only like 60 feet, maybe 80 feet by the dam when it was full. I never fished that deep anyway, but yeah, Pinot at 28 feet, El Estero like 6 feet, 8 feet. Most of it's only 6 feet. When you look at Okeechobee in Florida, I think deepest part of Okeechobee is only like, it's basically a marsh, like 20 feet, 40 feet is the deepest. Most of it's like 10, 12 feet. That's why bass thrive in it though, because bass like 10 feet or less. That's where they grew up. My friend died in Tahoe. Yeah. My friend I used to fish with died at Tahoe in the winter. Trying to swim. They were up there to fish. Uh, the boat blew away from shore. Um, all right, Johnny. Um, yeah, his friend, my other friend, told him, "Oh, I'll go get that boat." He goes, "No, no, no, I can swim out there. I'll swim out there and get it." And yeah, he swam out. He was in his clothing. He swam out there halfway. He sank. He got hypothermia and froze up and sank. And uh, my friend had to call and they had to dredge him out. I mean, he was only in like, he wasn't in deep, deep water, but yeah, he just thought he could swim out there and grab the boat and bring it back. Didn't make it. He was fishing a lot at Margarita. They had uh, a raft, like with a nice one. But yeah, just wasn't. He was like 23 or 24, and just thought he could. I imagine cold water, no problem. I can swim right out there. Evidently not. Ended up sinking and dying. My friend had to sit there and watch him, which is like the most horrifying thing. Yeah, he just got so cold he couldn't even move and he just sank. Um, yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, I read about it in our newspaper, and oh, 15%. Okay. Um, I like talking to my phone. Oh, okay. Yeah, I read about it in the paper, but I didn't. I knew his first name. I didn't really know his last name. I didn't connect it to. And I was at my local club pool hall, and Ed, who I fish with all the time, and his best friend that I knew, don't remember his name, but they came in suits, and I went, "Dude, what are you guys dressed up for?" Like, "Oh, we just went to so and so's funeral," and I went, "Who?" And then they told me, and I was like, "That was that was him." I mean, I knew his first name, but I never knew his last. That wait, no, what? And they're like, and so he, the one that saw it happen, he's the one that told me a story of how it happened. He tried to swim for the boat, got hypothermia, and drowned. And he was only like 20 feet from shore. Yeah. And there was a dock right there, and there was actually another boat. That my friend said, "Oh, there's a boat right there. Let me go get it, and I'll paddle out and get it." And he went, "No, I can swim for it. It's not that far." But I guess the wind was kind of slowly moving it further away. Sad. Very sad. That's kind of something, don't don't assume you can do something and listen to your friends. They go, "That's a bad idea, man. The water's really cold." Go, "Yeah, you're right. Let's get the boat. Don't don't jump in the water in your clothes and go swim for it." First, well, not first, but secondhand experience of that. Well, okay, guys, my battery's getting ready to go. I have been on here for 2.5 hours. So, yeah, I'm going to sign off for tonight. Thanks for everybody that came in. Thanks for Johnny. He's out of here. He's not here anymore, but he joined as a member. Going to check out my bonus 12 or 13 videos that I have on there. So, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, most likely. I might actually thank you, Tanner, for stopping back in. Yeah, I might go to Pinot and I mean do some bass fishing again. Haven't really fished for bass in like a month and a half. Probably haven't done a hitch at Pinot or at El Stero. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow at some point. Um, Probably fishing. So thanks a lot. I'm out. Where's? Oh, it's down here. Bam!